you getting concerned? I mean, this 3 games he's missed, plus now a couple of practices limited. Are you worried that he may not grasp what you need by the start of the season?
No, Andrea's pretty intelligent guy. I mean, I think he's doing a good job even while he's not on the floor for everything. Staying close, listening, going through things that he can go through. Being a bigger guy, there's a lot he has to know, but not as much as, some of our guards and other wing players. So I think he'll be okay. Yeah, one thing about our system is that, if there are, 2, 3, 4 guys that really start to grasp it well, it makes it easy for 1 or 2 guys to know where to go and what to do. So I think he'll be fine.
Derek, JR was saying that he thinks he's, individually, teams getting it too, but that he's also good. Did you see that he seems a little more comfortable in the system?
Yeah, I mean, Jay has been great from day one. He's engaged. He's asking questions. He wants to get this right, and we as a staff, we appreciate it and value it tremendously. The more guys we have like that, the better. And so, you can see on a daily basis, he's picking more things up. The type of questions he asks, are with understanding of most of it, and then maybe there's one thing to add to it. But he's coming along really well, and we're looking forward to what he can do for us as he gets more comfortable.
With JR, the number shows such a great catch and shoot guy. Sometimes it's a big jump from his off the dribble shots. Do you guys look at that and sort of try to adjust him and tailor-made it so that he's taking more of those catch and shoot opportunities?
Well, our offense kind of creates those for everybody. You don't really have to dribble the basketball to get good shots, in this offense. There are some situations where it's necessary. Obviously, our guards and some of our wings that'll push the basketball up the floor for us, we'll need to dribble to initiate our offense. But once we're into our half-court execution, a shot's going to show up, and you just have to catch it and shoot it. And so, I think we'll find that many of our guys will enjoy not having to work so hard to get shots. And some guys have done that in the past because that's what they had to do to get a chance to shoot it. And so we hope to be a team that can execute that, doesn't force guys into over-dribbling to get shots off.
Just one man's opinion, but I guess Shaq said, I don't know when he actually said it, but he said, he was quoted as saying that he doesn't think the triangle would work without 2 superstars. Do you, based on your experience, do you see that? What do you think about his opinion or that statement? It's the idea that it could not work without 2 main guys.
Well, that's been Shaq's only experience with it, so I can see, that's his reference point. He wasn't on another team that ran the triangle with any players, other than those Lakers teams.
Right.
I can understand why he would see it that way. We'll find out, I guess, in terms of what you consider a superstar and what that means.
Yeah, right.
How do you start to measure guys based on what qualifies as a superstar? But, I think we've been, I think reawakened in a sense to the idea that basketball is a team game. And if you get fixated on, this guy being a superstar or not, instead of playing the game as a team, you're going to find yourself on the losing end more nights than you should. And, the most recent example, obviously, is the San Antonio Spurs in terms of, how well they've played in recent years. They obviously have Hall of Fame players, Hall of Fame coach, but it's about the team and the culture. And those are the things we're working towards. We're not overanalyzing whether our guys statistically measure up to being superstars.
That starting lineup that you've rolled out the last few preseason games, what have you thought? It seemed like they played pretty well offensively, especially in Syracuse. What's your impression of it?
Yeah, it's been a solid group. They've been better. I think the defensive end, has been solid with that group. Offensively, they're continuing to understand some things, but kind of back to one of the first questions about Andrea not being available.
Right.
You know, it's given us less options on some things in terms of our lineups in the front court. But the group's been solid, you know, depending on, you know, how things materialize with Andre over the next few days. You know, we may or may not keep it the same. We'll see. You know, we want everybody to be ready and available to do what it is we need to do. Jason Smith has played some good minutes for us the last couple of games since he's been back, and, you know, there's no reason why he couldn't maybe, you know, crack into that. So, you know, things are still open and fluid, but, you know, that group has definitely been solid. I mean, I think we figured out a way to, you know, come out on the win side of 2 out of those 3 games that group was out there.
JR was just talking about, I guess, Dennis Rodman and Phil both compared JR to Rodman, and he kind of embraced the comparison of playing off the court, of play hard, you know, have fun off it, but play hard on the court. Woodson had really stressed maturity with him, that he had to kind of change some ways. As a guy coming right off the court now, can you address that with him, or do you see that a need at all for JR to mature or be a leader or anything like that?
No, I mean, what I've tried to do with all of our guys, not just JR, is, you know, kind of manage our relationship based on our relationship and not the relationships they may have had with other people or other coaches. I can only measure, you know, our relationship on our experiences, and so so far it hasn't been necessary to address anyone about maturity and accountability and, you know, trying to be one of the many leaders that we'll need within our team. You know, Jay's been great in that fashion, and I don't see any reason why he wouldn't continue. He's a smart player, and he's continuing to figure out ways to be effective within what we're doing. You know, he's trying his best not to force a lot and just let the game come to him. And that's hard to do for scorers. You know, he's a really, really good scorer, and it takes some time, you know, for guys to get their chances. But it'll come for him, and he's doing exactly what we're asking him to do.
All right, thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks.